All right. The Arrow Podcast, Michael Chaos. And football's back, baby. Football's back. Yo, preseason game, man. First preseason game. Let's go over it, y'all. Let's jump in.
Red and gold. Red and gold. Red and gold. Red and gold. Yeah, we running out of time. One five, catch me in the end zone.
Yo. The Arrow Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Help me help you. Michael Chaos. The Arrow Podcast. I think that's the second time I'm saying that. So, all right, look, let's jump right into this, man. First preseason game. Let me just get my handy dandy notebook. So, I got it right here, mates. All right, so let's just jump in. I'm gonna start with this. You can see the lack of Chris Jones. You can see the fact that Chris Jones was not there. You can see that Chris Jones was not occupying the middle of the field. All right, you guys get it. You can see that Chris Jones needs to get paid. We need to get that deal done. One. I'll go ahead and move on. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys all feel the same way. Definitely if you're a part of Chiefs Kingdom. If you're not and you know Chris Jones, you're probably hoping he comes to your team. So, yeah, we need to get that extension done. That was one of the things that I did notice. Now, I will say this. Speaking to the defensive line, we'll go over that first. We were getting a lot of push, man. There was a few sacks. We were getting a lot of push practically every at least I would say every drive, every series they were on offense, except for when Derek Carr was in there. We didn't have much push when Derek Carr was in, which was around the first drive, and that's about it. Now, like I said, I do have a certain opinion about. It's hard in my opinion, to gauge defensive linemen in the preseason. If you guys remember last preseason, our defensive line looked trash, period. And then next thing you know, we were second in the NFL, behind the Eagles, which almost set the record beating the 85 Bears in sacks. So I wouldn't rush. Once again, it's the first game. I wouldn't really worry too much. Now, speaking on the defensive line, Inu DK Uzuma, Big Ooze, if you guys know that's what I call him. He looked real solid, man. He's a little bigger than I thought he was. But yeah, he looks real solid. Was given a lot of push. Couldn't finish. Was given a lot of push. I didn't really see much out of George Karlaftis. Once again, first preseason game. You got to also remember, guys, these guys ain't trying to get hurt. So, you can't gauge it too much. You also got to remember there is a high chance. When you're trying to get to the quarterback and you're facing 300-plus pound guys, you just may not want to exhaust too much. You may not want to show too much. So, I won't hold too much against him. But Big Ooze look good. Guys, a guy... Danny Shelton, Samoan guy. Danny Shelton is a beast. That's the defensive tackle to look out for, bro. Once he pairs with Chris Jones, just remember that I'm saying this. Once we pair, I don't know why. Did we just pick him up? I thought he was there last year. I'm pretty sure. No, we just picked Danny Shelton up. Okay, so I can't wait to see him paired with Chris Jones. I know for a fact he's making a team. I can't wait to see him in the next preseason game. That's a guy to watch, man. Because, Tershawn Wharton, he's obviously didn't get to play. He definitely has some upside once, he's completely healthy. But Danny Shelton, bro, big time. Big Ooze looks solid. That's pretty much all I got for the defensive line, man. I didn't really see much else. We seen Drew Tranquil real quick on that blitz. That was a nasty blitz, though. He pushed a O lineman out of the way like he was a D lineman, so I was really impressed with that, but didn't really see him too much after that. But I'll get that to him. Wanye Morris, fellas. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We're moving on. Wanye Morris is obviously a left tackle. He's a left tackle. Or is he a right tackle? Left tackle. Anyways, he's a tackle. So Wanye Morris, which was our third round pick. He looks very, very solid, fellas. Very solid. I was a little surprised by that. Also, speaking of tackles, both are Jawan Taylor and Donovan Smith. Yo, that's all I wanted to see. That was one of the main things I was looking for. Was that how they performed? I'm pretty impressed, fellas. I'm pretty impressed. They look solid to me. Interior obviously looks good. Moving on, we're gonna go through this a little fast. Let's switch to safety. Mike Edwards. Mike Edwards looks solid. Mike Edwards looked really solid. There was a guy that I didn't even know who he was, Khalif Halasi, who got that interception. He's apparently a rookie. Obviously, he's a rookie. He looked very solid as well, yo. The way he flipped his hips on that curl route to get that interception. Now it did look like a little bit of miscommunication, but that was fast, fellas. I look for guys, definitely corners that have good change in direction, because that's very important when you're playing corner. So I was impressed with that. Guys, my boy Rashee Rice. Now, he didn't do anything like, oh my god, but he looks solid, man. He had that one drop, but other than that, he looks solid, man. He had some good catches. Richie James, fellas. Richie James coming on strong. Now, once again, I wouldn't say a veteran, but, he's been in the league, so I expect that from him. Justin Ross, fellas. He had that touchdown. He got hit pretty hard, fellas. Hop right back up. So I'm excited about that. Now, Nico Remigio, however you say that. I'm sorry if I'm bombing that. Number 27, fellas. He looks solid. I'm a little worried he's not going to make the squad. I believe it's probably out of him and Cornell Powell. I believe it's out of those two, in my eyes, who will make the roster, because I'm telling you now, Justin Ross is making it, period. And I believe it's kind of, out of those three, but Justin Ross is making the roster, bro. He has too much hype. Plus, he's going to Mahomes' house. So, yeah. But I believe it's out of those two in my eyes. Nicky, unless somebody, magically does something crazy in the next 2-3 games. But look out for him and Cornell Powell. Cornell Powell had a nice, solid catch that he had some nice. I'm sorry, I can't even speak. Had some nice yards per carry after that catch. That was pretty much all I seen. But Nico Remigio. I'm sorry, I'm probably bombing his name. But he looks pretty solid, man. He looks fast. He looks real quick and good hands, bro. He's catching everything. So look out for that guy, man. Like I said, I'm a little nervous he don't make the team, but I got a feeling he does, man. Let's see what he does in the next 3 games. So I don't want to turn this into a 50-hour long video. Guys, if you're one of those guys that takes preseason too serious, don't. I don't even know the dude's name. I'm not gonna even lie to you. The last quarterback who played, I don't even know his name. Now, for a split second, I was like, come on, bro. Just because we came back, I was a little annoyed on how he pretty much threw the game away. But it happens, and it's preseason, so I'm not tripping at all. If anything, he hurt himself, so but good luck to him. But guys, don't worry about it. It's preseason. You know what I mean? And our backups destroyed the Saints, bro. They came back and should have won if it wasn't for, the last Okado, however you say his name, whatever. Anyways, yeah. I was a little mad because the backups destroyed the Saints, and then that guy just threw the game away. So, it is what it is. But once again, it's preseason, and I ain't remotely worried. If anything, bro, we look good. Our offensive line looked really good. The backup offensive linemen looked good. So that was the main thing I was looking for. So that's all I want. That's all I got for you guys. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long. And I got a few more, man. I got a few more videos. I want to cover a few more stuff. So, fellers, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I am The Arrow Podcast. Yeah. So I'm The Arrow Podcast, Michael Chaos. That's all I got for you guys. Have a good night, fellers.
We're running out of time. 1-5, catch me in the end.